head is throbbing.
Oh.
This might be why my head is throbbing.
Oh.
You see? Opening my eyes, I look to see my ego sitting on my lap.
Hi, this is James from the Big Easy, the host of the Who Dat Temple on Twitch.tv and on iVlog, and you are watching WGS-TV. It's good!
Welcome back to Sakura Spirit, right here on WGS-TV, along with the Studley Man Ashley and the incomparable Lance Moss. I'm the Wrestle Gamer, and when we last left off, about the majority of the episode, we spent staring at naked fox boobs.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. But this was towards the end of the episode, Maiko's sister was waking up, and they were going to tend to the soup, and that was the last line from the last episode.
But a younger girl scrambled to her feet and dashed out the room at full speed, her tail comically hanging between her legs as she did. Yeah, I like my dick. I turned to Machiko with a faint blush on my face, averting my eyes so she could pull the cheek back up around herself. Ah! I finally see you're awake, Machiko-san.
With you making such a fuss about judo and soup, how could I possibly hope to get any sleep? I am glad to see that you are well, Taka-kun. Forgive me for taking such measures, but I feared that I wasn't getting warm fast enough and did what I thought was necessary. What did she?
Date rape.
At least it was a more enjoyable sleep than you would have had in the cell. I doubt the souvenir tyrant, was it? I doubt she would have given you the same service, probably not for the right price.
$50. Double entry.
Oh God!
Let's just say that the hospitality was much appreciated.
I'm glad to hear that. If you would like to change, there is a screen just over there. I promise I won't look, of course.
Oh my god, the screen's got a ladder on it. I think I'll go get it. That dates this video, people, depending on this comes out. I guess one of us has to do it. I watched Machiko close her eyes, hiding her face in her hands, as if to reassure me that she wouldn't peek. Oh, we got a panning shot now. This is a Christopher Nolan movie. Taking my chances, I climbed out from under the blanket and made my way towards the wooden screen. It'd been better if it was a wooden spoon.
Oh,
once I reached it, I quickly began changing into Super Saiyan.
If you could be so kind as to do me a favor, Taka-kun, my robe should be upon the dresser behind you. Could you pass them to me, please? Even speed matters up greatly.
Sure. Give me a second. I'll leave a deposit on there. She will never notice. After looking around for a moment, I found the robes neatly folded up on the dresser, my heart skipping a beat as I took a hold of them before turning towards the screen to hand them over. Say, Machiko-san, how come you two walk around stealing people's underwear? I mean, you don't look like bad people to me.
Well, it is complicated. Maiko was researching a spell she wanted to perform, one that would allow us easier access to certain things we need, and one of the ingredients was a maiden's silk. The only silk I can think of...
Go to Best Buy, they've got plenty of night dresses there.
the only silk I could think of was, well, you already know the answer.
You sick fuck. Sorry, get back in character. By maiden silk, you mean... I guess I understand why you would think that, but... Isn't maiden silk another term for a wedding sash? It is in my world, at least. As I said this, the girl appeared from the other side of the screen.
I never realized.
She did dress quick.
What's that, Donnie-sama?
I made in silk. It's a wedding sash. All of our work was for naught.
Well, at least a wedding sash will be easier to get. I just have to marry Taka-kun.
What? Wait, what? No, I didn't mean that. What? What? This is like David Tennant Doctor Who episode. What? What? What?
A few minutes later.
Oh no, that's the boom, 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 boom. It's like an episode of EastEnders. Cliffhanger. Starring Sylvester Stallone. After that incident, we located to the kitchen. The smell of food filled the air. Despite the younger girl's easygoing attitude, always humming some cheerful melody, I found my cheeks still burning from embarrassment. Again, which ones? To think that a girl would say such a thing. I quickly shook my head to clear the thoughts from my mind and turned towards the elder sister. This soup is delicious. Is Maiko-chan usually the one doing the cooking around here?
Yay! I'm glad you liked it, Takahiro. I don't usually cook, so I made a few lucky guesses.
Makes me wonder what they put in the soup.
That sound effect.
It is rather delicious, Maiko-chan. Perhaps you can do more cooking from now on. It would allow me more time to lounge around.
Again! Sexism alert! Oh my god! Who developed this? Probably men! Well, the first step to getting your wedding sash is to become a good housewife. And that includes cooking. Sexism alert!
Anita Sarkeesian, please step forward.
I added this with a... Yeah! You were looking for strong female characters being victimized? Boom! I added this with a bit of amusement following Machiko's comment. I took another sip of the soup. For a few lucky guesses, the dish had turned out pretty well. I then looked at it, and it said, Heinz tomato soup. I was disappointed.
That's true. I'll learn how to clean, and I'll cook for you. Cook for you. And, I don't know what else. It'll be fun learning.
Maiko, you should stop that. You know very well it would be pointless for you to marry him. Only the villagers know how to craft a wedding sash, and we both know this will not happen.
Go to Best Buy.
That's not necessarily true, Machiko-san.
It only becomes ever more evident that you are not of this world, Taka-kun. The villagers do not tolerate our existence. They despise us, and we can never ask for such a favor from them.
All we have to do is find some way to make the villagers accept you. But I guess I'll need to learn more about the village itself before we can do that. Just a point here.
We are an hour and something in. There has been no point where there is... This is an hour-long cutscene. Even Hideo Kojima is throwing his hands up saying, "What is this shit?" Oh. The pale-haired woman shook her head slowly, her ears flattering against her head as she did. It is not that simple. They would never trust us. Humans and fox spirits have never been able to get along. I'm honestly surprised that you have been able to tolerate this long. I would be happy to be proven wrong, and you are free to stay here as long as you wish. Until, of course, you grow too weary of our ways and decide to leave. Oni-sama! You don't say things like that! Takahiro wouldn't do that! Wouldn't you? Takahiro?
Oh, of course not. I wouldn't abandon someone just because they're a different species. That's not the way Gushiken Takahiro does things. does things doggy style. However, I do remember the village elder telling me that it wasn't just the fox spirits. It sounded like humans and spirits everywhere have been on bad terms for a long time. You know why, Machiko-san?
I do not recall. Much information is withheld even from someone such as myself. Most spirits keep to themselves these days. There are a few exceptions, Sayuri being one of them. Powerful spirits come and go as they please, but they tend to remain in their world. Fox spirits, however, have no other place to go. We are stuck in the human world, for better or for worse.
Huh? I didn't realize it was like that. I guess I'm finally learning stuff.
Well, this Sayuri character lives in the shrine, right? We should try asking her for some ideas.
No, we don't need to go see her. Absolutely not. No, I don't want to see her. I don't want to.
MILF. I was somewhat taken aback by Machiko's suddenly childish way of speaking. It reminded me of the times I'd been told to go visit the doctor when I was younger, complaining and throwing tantrums along the way. But isn't she the only one that can help us?
I refuse to go. Sayuri is a fiend, and I dislike the idea of spending even a second in her presence.
She can't be that bad, can she? Besides, if anything happens, I'll protect you. Free foot girl.
Fine. if it really means that much to you, I will attempt to lead you to the shrine again. But you will enter the grounds alone. I don't want to go anywhere near that place. You will be on your own, Taka-kun.
Can I come, Oni-sama?
Absolutely not. I forbid it. You are not to follow us under any circumstances, Mayuko.
I'll stay here. Just like you said. I'll be here. The mansion. All alone. Unprotected sex. All by myself. Okay. Who knows what might happen to me? I could get trapped under a bookcase and die.
That was a plot from a soap 2 months ago.
Down.
Or slip on a banana peel and die. Or get bored and die. What? Of boredom. I'd be so super bored sitting here all alone in the same place. Day in, day out.
Fine,
Day
fine.
left, day right.
Fine, I get it. You may come along, but you must be on your best behavior, little one. No running around and no talking unless spoken to.
Remove a set of lips.
Okay.
Despite Machiko's clear and cheerfulness, I couldn't help but wonder what had happened between Machiko and this Sayuri for her to react so strongly. Jilted at the altar. I decided that maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to spend some time with the two sisters to get to know them a bit better. Well, I do have 2 weeks until I need to get back to my own world, so there's really no need to rush. How about we do something else instead? Until Machiko-san wouldn't mind the distraction.
The longer I get to stay away from that place, the better. How about bringing Mayuko-chan along to go fetch some desserts for us?
I think we need a pudding pop.
There are oranges, apples,
and a small vineyard behind the mansion. I could whip up some cream to go with it, if you would like.
We need a pudding pop. We need a pudding pop. Sure, that sounds easy enough. Let's get some delicious fruit, Mayuko-chan.
Alright.
Oranges are not the only fruit. Again, slight reference to something. As Mayuko led me towards the garden of the impressive mansion, she seemed a little quiet, as though she had something on her mind. I wanted to ask her about it, but something about the way her ears sagged and her tail hung low. One more dick. Told me that probably wasn't the best idea. I decided I would simply try to cheer her up. So, which do you prefer, Maiko-chan? Apple, grapes, or missionary? Oranges. We could probably gather all three, but I bet we could grab a few for ourselves first.
Apples, I guess. I knew a fox spirit once, a friend of Onisama, who loved apples. I can't remember her name, though. I guess my head's a bit hollow.
Wow. There's the plot. Apples are awesome. Apples are cool when they're part of a team. Crunchy on the outside and sweet on the inside. And your head isn't hollow, silly. If that was true, I think I'd still be stuck in that jail cell.
Onisama did most of the thinking, though. I just sort of went along with what she said.
Well, someone has to take the lead. Besides, I'm still grateful for your help all the same. How about... I playfully flicked Maiko's forehead with a grin. How the frick do you bloody flick a forehead with a grin? Doesn't make sense. See, it doesn't sound hollow at all. I'm sure there's plenty of clever thoughts in that pretty little head of yours. Oh, right, she kissed his forehead. Ow!
Ow!
Blue meanie! Now you know I'm right at least. Oh, anyway, let's get those apples, shall we?
Okay, I get them. You go grab the basket over there.
Alright, let's get down to business.
God.
Feeling hyped, I want to grab one of the baskets stacked nearby and return to Maiko, who'd started climbing one of the trees.
Double entendre warning.
Look up, bitch! Don't look up! The girl looked accustomed to climbing, but her small hands had me a bit worried. Hanging from the branch with just her legs, she checked to see if the apples were ripe.
Maiko-chan! Be careful.
Oh, Maiko-chan, be careful, you might slip. Ow! She landed on my dick. The girl had thrown an apple at me, and while my reflexes let me catch it with ease, the force behind it still stung my palm a little. Of course, I did exaggerate a bit for the girl. Oh, sore hands. We know why that is, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll be fine, Deku-kun. I've been climbing these trees all my life.
Even the most experienced climbers end up running into trouble if they aren't careful. I smiled weakly at the girl's excited attitude, placing the apple I caught into the basket.
You don't know what you're talking about. I'm a fox spirit. Don't fool. I'm super careful. Watch. I'll grab the apples near the top.
Falls and dies. Wait, Maiko-chan, unless you can fly, I don't think you should really go for those.
Fly? I can't do that, silly Deku-kun. Who's ever heard of flying fox spirit? She's not falling in the water.
As expected, the moment Maiko tried to reach one of the apples near the top of the tree, the girl ended up losing her footing and tumbled down towards the ground with a loud cry.
Wait till you see where she lands.
Maiko! My reflexes quickly kicked themselves into gear, trying to catch the girl before she hit the ground. Unfortunately, I didn't notice the apples scattered across the tree, around the tree, and as a result, ended up tripping over them. I managed another few steps and was able to catch Maiko before I dropped to the ground. My head was throbbing once I'd recovered from the fall. Which one? I tried to sit up, but I found myself held down by a small but substantial weight.
3, 2,
This might be why
1.
the head is throbbing.
Oh.
This might be why the head
Oh.
is throbbing.
Oh.
You see? Opening my eyes, I looked to see Maiko sitting on my lap.
Looking back.
That'll be $70, please.
Takahiro, you saved me. And you gave me a soft, well, penetrative landing.
Oh my god.
Maiko-chan, do you mind your crushing my grapes? Yes! Yes! I'm writing it for them! Patch it in, people!
Ah! Oh my gosh, you can do that. I'm so sorry. The more and more this is happening, the more I'm going wide, and the more I'm going, oh, this is fucking awesome.
As the younger girl grew increasingly flustered, I knew I had to calm her down. Gently, I tilted my legs beneath her, and she toppled forwards, her head resting against my chest. Shame it wasn't the other way around.
And on that note, we're gonna call it an episode. And on the next one, we're gonna hopefully finish this. That being said, I'm the Russell Gamer saying, oh my god, that's all I'm gonna say.